Hi guys. Well, I'm going to explain the project that I chose. Well, I chose expense tracker project, and I built this project using the main stack, which is MongoDB, Express.js, Vue.js, and Node.js. Also, I built this project using my server side is based on microservices architecture. Well, I'm going to start by index.js, which is my server-side configuration. Well, I'm importing many modules like Express.js for handling HTTP requests, course, helmet for security, and I'm creating my app, my Express app. I'm using body parser for read JSON in my server side, Morgan, which is a HTTP logger. Well, a cookie parser for handling my cookies in server side. Well, I'm importing my different routes that I define. In this case, I define routes for authentication, routes for my expenses, my categories, my incomes, users. Well, actually, I would like to show my model, database model. Well, I built four collections, and each collection, users collection, expenses collection, incomes collection, and category collections. Well, every user have many incomes and many expenses, and each expense have a specific category, and each income have a specific category. Well, mm, also I am using different middlewares. Um, I built uh, well I here actually my routes are functions, and here I am calling my functions, sending the express application that I already defined. Well, here I am using my middleware for handling 404 HTTP error. Also, here I am using my uh, middlewares to handle different to handle errors inside my application. Well, and finally, I am telling my application which will be the part will be listened. Well, since I forget to mention that I am using Mongoose. Mongoose is an ODM for handling MongoDB and make a lot of query to database. I define four models: category models, expense model, income models, and user model. Each model represents each collection on my database. Um, well, basically, my model I am just defining a schema. Well, in this case, in category, I defining for fields: user ID, name, type, created at which different type. User ID have the type that is schema object ID that is referencing a document user or from my collection users. Well, it's the same with expense, income, and user. Well, here in user, I am using a regex for handling the emails that the clients are going to send me. Will going to send me through the client. Well, also regarding my routes. Uh, wait, yeah, regarding my routes. Well, I am using Passport for the authentication, Passport.js, and I am using basic. Also, I am using JSON Web Token for generating a token if the authentication is successful. And I am using basic authentication from Passport.js also too. Well, and for handling errors, I am using Happy Boom, which is a module from Happy ecosystem, but it's really nice to use. Is nice. Also, well, regarding my routes, for example, in categories, I am dividing my business logic. My business logic, I am handling my business logic with another folder that is services folder. In this case, my category is route. In each route, I have a code like create, read, update, and delete, and each route call different services. In this case, for example, route get categories. I am calling my categories service and the method get categories. Here, get categories, get category. Well, I have different services like get categories, get category by ID, create category, update category, and delete category. Is the same for expenses, incomes, and users. Also I am using environment variables for hiding sensitive data. And note, it's not a good practice expose this kind of data in public reports or even in private reports, you know. I think that is all regarding my server side. I'm going to explain you my client side. Well, my client side, I built this client side using VueClip for build my scaffolding really quickly and improve my time in developing this web application. Well, I am using VueRouter for handling the different routes between my application, like like home route, like pie chart route. Actually, I think that the pie chart tab is my favorite part about my project. Well, also my lawyer route, signable route, and not found route for every route that is not defined here. Also, I define different views that are rendered regarding a route that it corresponding. Well, I have my home views. Inside each view, I am using different components. For example, in this case, in my home views, I am using my filters components. Well, I decide to build different components for improve my. I mean, I used to use components when I see data that is going to repeat along my code. So it's a good practice to build components for each part of the code that it will be replied. It, it will be replied. Also, I think that's all. Yep, I think that is all I can talk to you about my web application. Well, I hope your feedback, guys. Please let me know if you already checked my video. Okay, goodbye, guys.